we are going to talk about role plays. So often we think AI is great when it comes to making us have better emails, when it comes to making us have better graphics. But today I wanted to cover specifically what we want to think about when it comes to being a better communicator. So, how can we be a better communicator? And AI is a really good tool to help us be better communicators. So, one thing we want to talk about today is role play with AI. So, role play is anything that you work with somebody else, whether it's communication or conflict resolution. You want to get better at it, so you do a role play, or you want to show people examples of how things are done. So what you want to do is you want to go here, and this is Copilot. I'm using Copilot today. You could do it in ChatGPT. You could do it in Gemini as well. You could do the voice option, and you can do the written option as well. So it's important to remember that you can do the written option as well. So let's say, for instance, you're in a meeting and you can't really do the voice option. Feel free to do role plays that we're going to discuss written in AI, ChatGPT or Copilot, Gemini, whatever tool you're thinking about using. So, what's going to get started? Let's go here.
Hey, Chris.
Yes, I want you to act as a marketing director at a healthcare organization, and I want to have an interview with you as a candidate that is applying to be a marketing manager. And when I give you the answers, push back so that I can be prepared for difficult questions that they may ask me in the interview.
Absolutely. Let's jump right into it. As your interviewer, I'll definitely ask some challenging questions and give you a little pushback to help you get ready for the real thing. Let's get started.
Okay, hi, my name is Chris. I can't wait to join your organization as a marketing manager.
Well, Chris, it's great to meet you. I appreciate your enthusiasm. Let me start with a tough one. Can you tell me about a time when a marketing campaign you led in the healthcare sector didn't go as planned and how you handled that situation?
So, one thing I did was we did some
All right.
surveys to figure out how we can market better. And one way to market better is search optimization. And so what we did was we decided to go after some keyword phrases that people might be typing into Google to find healthcare organizations. So after 3 months, turns out that we did end up ranking high on Google for some of these terms, but turns out nobody was really coming to our organization from typing that in. And it turns out that we really didn't research well as far as how much volume was how much volume was going on, because at the end of the day you got to make sure that people are actually searching for your product. So that was a lesson that we learned.
Ah, I see what happened there. That's a valuable lesson indeed. Now, let me push back a bit. If you were to face a similar scenario in this role, how would you ensure that the keywords you target truly align with high intent traffic? In other words, how would you change your approach to avoid that kind of mismatch again?
I would say that, man, I would do more research. Just try to maybe survey the potential customers and figure out how they find hospitals, how they found healthcare. Is it word of mouth? If it's search, what are they searching for? So that's one thing I would definitely do.
That's a solid answer, and it definitely shows that you're learning from experience. But let me push you one step further. How would you measure the success of that research phase before you even launch a new campaign? So, how would you confirm that you're on the right track before you invest a lot of resources this time around?
I would say that I would use more verified tools. So there's a lot of paid services out there. Instead of doing everything free out, I'll go to the paid services, and then from there, what I would do is research to see specific hard data as far as how many people are searching online for our hospital and hospitals in the area, and then figure out when they come across our website, what are they really trying to accomplish? What do they want? Do they want to be a patient, or are they looking for sponsorships? Are they trying to be a sponsor? Yeah, so I think I'll just do more research and then get the hard data.
That's the thoughtful. And by aiming for that hard data, you're really setting yourself up for success. Great job thinking this through.
All right, thanks. So you think I got the job?
Well, I can't give you a final hiring decision just yet, but you're definitely on the right track. Keep that confidence up.
Okay, so that is just an example of how it works. And we can do it as a written version as well. We could say act as a VP of advertising. I want to sell the company on more services. And then the written version, you could do something similar. And then it says right here, all right, Chris, you said you want to sell on expanding the services we're using. Before you go into your pitch, I need to understand something. We already work with multiple vendors. Our budget is tight, and every single dollar has to provide ROI in healthcare, not in theory, but in measurable. Why should I even consider adding more services from your company when the ones we already use haven't clearly demonstrated incremental lift? So yeah, so that's good. That's a good question. And again, you can go back and forth. And again, you could do this on phone calls, meetings, the written version. I think it's super helpful because what it does is it helps us become better communicators, written or we're doing verbal communication prepare. So even when it comes to sales, let's say you're in sales, you've been in sales for, I don't know, 5, 10 years, you could still use something like this because you might decide to go into a different market that you haven't gone in before. So that's where it could be super beneficial for you to at least understand where your weaknesses may be when it comes to communicating effectively online or in person. Another example is interviews, of course. Another example is if you were the person doing the interviewing. So if you were the person doing the interviewing, you can have this help you to understand how to be a better communicator during these interviews. So let's say you've been part of the organization for 10 years and all of a sudden you get promoted and now you have to give interviews and find candidates. You may not have any experience with that. And that's where something like this is crucial. That's where it can help you be better communicators. Or even if you are presenting in front of people and you wanted to figure out how can you make your intro a little bit better? How can you connect with people as well? This will all help you to prepare if you are talking with other people. Right. So definitely check this out again. Remember, you can do this in ChatGPT, you could do this in Gemini, you could do this in Copilot, and of course, you could do this in Claude as well. So put in the comments if you've done this before. So put in the comments if you've ever did any role play before like this. And if you're watching in a different situation, I want you to think about, well, what is my job and who am I consistently working with? Is it vendors? Is it coworkers? Is it difficult conversations that I have having to have with other people? So think about all the ways that you communicate with people, all the people that you're engaged in, and this will help you to move forward. Again, have AI help you move forward when it comes to communicating and learn from it as well. So again, Chris Cheetham-West, again, we do a lot of content as far as AI and keep you up to date. So like, share, and comment. Also subscribe to more. We'll be posting a lot more here because a lot is changing in this field. So we're looking forward to connecting with many people as well.